I used to live in a room that had ceilings that were tall, and they were 14-foot ceilings. And it was just a single room, but I wanted to live in a 2-story room, so I built a loft in there. And whenever you build a loft, you want to make sure that it's at least this tall, so you can walk underneath it. And then up above, you want to make sure that you can stand on your knees and go. Stop hitting your head. I didn't do very much of that, but I thought about it when I built the loft. I had this loft with these milk crate stairs coming down it, and they just kind of hurt your feet when you're walking on it, so it's kind of a bummer in the middle of the night when you have to go pee up there. So what I do is just have a big bottle that I pee in. And some people might think that smells, but I just put Pine Sol in there, so that takes care of that. Just don't touch your penis on it. One thing I've learned is that chicks don't really like pee bottles. It's not like they're like, oh hey, I have a period bottle. So you have to hide the pee bottle for a little bit. There was actually a time in my life when I was a little bit more normal. It was in high school. I went to a party. There was a bunch of people there. I was rocking to the beat. Oh yeah. And then I saw her. She was the one. She was beautiful. She was beautiful, and all the other girls weren't even blips on my radar. It was like through the crowd of people, our eyes connected. Her eyes were actually connected to the gay model behind me, but my eyes were connected to her. So I knew that the gods had made this relationship like this was the girl that was meant for me. And she went out with me for 3 months. And I went out with her for 5 years. The last 4 years and 9 months of that relationship were pretty rocky, I'll tell you. And after a long time, I was like, it's kind of hard to get a new girlfriend when you're going out with a girl that's not going out with you. So I decided that, I'm going to go tell her how I feel. And I made the trip up there, and I went and I said, hey, I love you. And she said, who are you? And then I said, you know what? This just isn't working for me. She said, we're going to have to break up. And then someone called security. I'm married now to a woman. Who's actually there. So that's good. She wanted to get married too. She really wanted to get married. I guess it was just after 3 months. I guess she just knew that I was the one. But then, later I found out that basically she wanted to marry anyone in a 5-mile radius of her. The last 3 boyfriends she wanted to marry, I guess they were the ones also. Pretty much if you're a guy, she wanted to marry you. She wanted to marry the alcoholic guy, the gambler guy, the guy that just became a guy. Just wanted to get married. So I'm married now. We've been married for 12 years, so, you know, it's good. Is it weird if your wife is updating her Facebook while you're inside her? On board. So I have a wife, I have 2 kids, and unfortunately I don't have a job, not one with an income stream. One thing that I've noticed is when you have a wife and 2 kids, they usually want your job to have an income stream. So I'm kind of sensitive about that, you know, and I just, you know, I don't always interpret what my wife is saying, you know, like sometimes she'll say something and I just interpret it the wrong way, you know. She'll be like, "Hey, hon, could you please take out the trash?" And I'll say, "I'm not a loser!" She'll say, "The trash is getting kind of full. I was just hoping you could take it out." And I'll say, "Stop yelling at me!" So marriage is pretty cool. Thank you.